What's the word, YouTube? It's your boy Quillysantana, and you watching the Brains of Sports. Hey squad, say squad, we back with another video, man. Back with another brain to rate. Top 10 teams in the NFL. We finna get straight into it. We ain't even finna play no games. Hold on, let me get this this joint going right here. So listen, what this is, this is after week, this is week 10. Halfway point through the season. I'm irritated that the Patriots didn't do anything at the deadline. Sauce Gardner got traded. Quinn Williams got traded. But that's neither here nor there, man. Let's get into these top 10 teams for week 10. 10 for 10, man. Let's get into it. Bam! Detroit! I ain't gonna lie, folks. Listen, this is real life. Detroit Lions... Y'all had no business losing to J.J. McCarthy. J.J. McCarthy literally got benched and came out and just beat y'all. Well, I ain't going to say J.J. McCarthy beat y'all because they ran for more yards than they thrown, and the defense terrorized Jared Goff in the offense. Like, the offense was literally getting bullied. That front seven got terrorized, y'all. They couldn't run. The Lions couldn't run the ball, and they couldn't rethrow the ball because Jared Goff was under constant pressure. And this is they had 3 losses, but this definitely is the third time that I done seen the Detroit Lions where their strong suit, their superpower is supposed to be they're the bullies. And they have a little swag, have a little finesse, but they're a power team. They're gonna overpower you. And this is the third game I've seen them literally flat out get just dominated. I just seen teams go out and basically break their will. You know what I'm saying? The Lions didn't even want to play J.J. McCarthy for real. It's a lot of people gonna say oh, we didn't want to play J.J. McCarthy. I mean, they didn't bench J.J. McCarthy. J.J. McCarthy was hurt. They benched J.J. McCarthy, bro. Carson Wentz was out there with a fucking broke shoulder. They would rather Carson Wentz with a broke shoulder, with a brace already on his fucking arm, to go out there and risk his life. They got Carson Wentz out there risking his life so J.J. McCarthy don't play. Bro, if they wanted J.J. to play, if they didn't want Carson to play and J.J. was healthy, they would have played J.J. They wasn't trying to get JJ to play. You know what I'm saying? They wasn't trying to let JJ play. Now the backup, nobody want to think about him, but they was not trying to let him play over Carson. You know what I'm saying? So in Detroit, that was a home game. Y'all can't lose that to Minnesota. Y'all just can't lose that right there, especially when y'all trying to take back over control over the NFC, and Green Bay lost to Carolina. So you know what I'm saying? That's y'all. And then it's a lot of good teams in the NFC this year. The Seahawks, the Bucks, you know what I'm saying? The Rams good still. The Eagles still good still. So that was a tough loss. Let's get to our next joint though. Give me team 9. Kansas City. Now listen. One thing I'm gonna tell y'all off the bat, y'all know this is not the standings. We're not doing who got the best record. This is not who got the best record contest. This is who I think is really good and who playing the best. You know what I'm saying? So I still got Kansas City as a top 10 team. I just got them at 9 because I don't think they've earned the respect of a top 6, top 5 team. They haven't. They're 1-3, 1-4 against playoff teams. They lost to the Chargers, lost to the Eagles, lost to the Jags, lost to the Bills. Yeah, they're 0-4 or 1-4, something like that. And if you and they beat Detroit, that's 1-4, yeah. And if the Ravens end up getting back into the playoffs, you know what I'm saying, into the playoff picture, then they'd be 2-4, but they still be under 500. You know what I'm saying? But they lost to a lot of good teams, you know what I'm saying, and they lost a lot of one-score games that they was winning last year. everybody knows that teams that usually win a lot of one-score games and don't end up usually doing the same thing next year because it's not sustainable. It's just like Washington right now. Even though Washington has injuries, but I don't think Washington was, even if they were healthy, they were going to win a bunch of one-score games like they did last year because that's not sustainable at all. So, yeah, but the Chiefs got flat. I know as a score like 28-21, the Bills flat out beat the shit out of them. Like, it's not even a contest. They put the belt and wrapped it around their head to the buckle pop, to be honest. And Patrick Mahomes probably had the worst game I've ever seen. Like, even in on his bad games, he had some crazy highlights. He didn't have no crazy highlights. Yeah, that was flat out like one of the worst games. That probably was the worst game in Patrick's career ever. And Buffalo flat out dominated them, but that shit really don't even matter. I'm not going to lie, because Buffalo beat them every regular season, literally. They've beaten them 5 straight times. 4 or 5 straight times in the regular season. And they lose to them in the playoffs every single year. So it doesn't really matter, but the Chiefs have to start to put something on tape. Like, we got to see y'all. Like, we seen y'all beat Detroit, but it's like, they got the Colts coming up, got Denver coming up twice still. They got the Chargers coming up. So we got to see them, like, actually beat some good teams. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like, we believe in the Chiefs because the Chiefs, they've been proven since, like, 2018. So it's like, but, like, they ain't did nothing this year. You know what I'm saying? They started off slow and got hot versus against a couple, you know what I'm saying, bums and beat Detroit. And then it's like, oh, like, y'all lose again. Now y'all 5-4. So, like, they can't really afford to lose 2 more games because then y'all going to be a 6-loss team, if that. You know what I'm saying? But I still believe in them because it's KC and, like, a lot of teams, I wouldn't pick them over Kansas City. Let's get to team number 8. Tampa Bay! I still got the Tampa Bay Bucks. Y'all know I'm really high on Tampa Bay. I really like Tampa Bay. I like Baker. But they took a little dip for me as far as, you know what I'm saying, how highly rated I think they is because injury. You know what I'm saying? Due to injury, they have a lot of injuries. Mike Evans out for the year. Chris Godwin still really not being always healthy. Thank God the Patriots didn't sign him. Bucky Irvin being hurt. That sounded crazy. Bucky Irvin being hurt. The offensive line missing a couple pieces. Players in and out the defense, you know what I'm saying? A lot of injuries. They getting here with the injury bug. They missing a lot of pieces. So, you know what I'm saying? The last 2 weeks really ain't been too dominant week. Haven't really been the past 2 dominant weeks for Tampa Bay. You know what I'm saying? Got basically dog walked in Detroit. And then had like a little okay game versus the Saints. You know what I'm saying? Baker was just cool. Bad game. You know what I'm saying? In Detroit, missing a lot of guys. And then just an okay game versus New Orleans. You know what I'm saying? They would just take a dip on just over these past 2 weeks, injuries and not that incredible of play. You know what I'm saying? But I love Tampa Bay, though. I think if they get healthy, they're going to be one of them. For real, for real. Let's get to number 7. Listen. I'm not going to lie. I think me and probably like Nick Wright is the only 2 people on earth that don't believe in the Denver Broncos. I'm not going to lie to you. I got them in because I got to give them their respect. They 7-2. The defense, like, and this is why I really got them up here. Because it's like, the defense so elite that if Bo Nix just don't turn the ball over and literally play competent, they're going to be at every single game. Like, it's going to be hard for them not to actually be in the game. With Sean Payton play calling, like, it's going to be so hard for them not to be in the game. It's, like, crazy. But I'm just not really a believer in this team. Like, I see the fourth quarter comeback shit. It's cute, but I just don't see it being sustainable. You know what I'm saying? Like, you get what I'm saying? I don't see Denver being able to go to no Super Bowl or none of that type of shit. Like, that shit is not happening. You know what I'm saying? Like, when your offense suck for 3 quarters, that a lot of times that you're not gonna those fourth quarter comeback shit. Like, you play KC in a playoff game, like, and your offense suck through 3 quarters, nigga, you're losing. Like, this is not. Yeah, you're not. Because they would have lost to Houston if CJ Stroud was there. You know what I'm saying? That shit gotta get fixed. Like, I'm just not a believer in Bo Nix being the most clutch quarterback in the NFL. Like, no, that shit's not true. It's just not true. You know what I'm saying? His accuracy is so inconsistent. Like, he get red hot in the fourth quarter, I guess, but like that's what I'm saying. That shit not sustainable because like when you play in these certain big games, if your offense is dead through 3 quarters, you losing. It's just like last year when the Bills and the Broncos played. Their offense, they had that like early score touchdown. I think they scored first, too. I think he threw a bomb to like Troy Franklin. But besides that, the offense was kind of clamped. And they got their ass blew out in Buffalo. Like, that ain't going to work. You know what I'm saying? Ain't going to be no fourth quarter for you niggas. Like, you just start out slow and only got 10 points or 7 points. Y'all ass going to get smoked by niggas with offenses. Like, it's just not going to work. You play better teams. Like, you're not going to be playing the Jets and the Giants and shit and the Texans with a backup and be able to make no fourth quarter comeback. Like, it's not going to happen. You get what I'm saying? So I'm just not really a believer in them because I feel like the quarterback play is way too inconsistent from Bo Nix. You know what I'm saying? The offense can get really stale. And I feel like if your offense can get really stale like that, then, like, it's impossible. But they're going to be in a lot of games because of the defense. Let's get to number 6, though. I'm still not a believer. I'm not a believer at all. Indianapolis Colts. Now, listen, Naptown. No, they had a terrible week. It wasn't a rough week. It was a fucking flat-out terrible week. It was terrible. But I didn't drop them too far. You know what I'm saying? I didn't drop them too far. But I had to drop them out of the top 5 just on some fact that I think the 5 teams I have above them have been playing it better than them. Probably have better quarterback play than them. And that was just a flat-out terrible week. 6 turnovers. I think it was like 5 of them was by your quarterback, which is very bad. I think Daniel Jones had 3 picks and like 2 fumbles or 2 picks, 3 fumbles. Was terrible. Jonathan Taylor was basically neutralized. I know Daniel Jones threw for 342 yards, but when you turn the ball over 6 times and get the ball back and go down the field and then turn over, go down the field, like you're gonna accumulate a lot of yards when you're doing that. Then you start playing catch up. Once you start losing, it's like you get a lot of garbage time numbers. That 342 don't faze me at all. I watched that entire game front to back, like from the kickoff all the way to the clock is 0. I watched that game. I'm not impressed at all. I watched the entire game. That 342 don't do nothing for me. It's like, so it's basically like that Pittsburgh game gonna be the blueprint for a lot of people. Like, we just gonna sell out on the run and make Daniel Jones beat us. You get what I'm saying? They're gonna try to sell out on the run and make Daniel beat them. And Daniel, this is the thing with Daniel Jones. He's playing good, but it's like you can get the best out of Daniel Jones, and Daniel Jones can give you a lot of play. But what his biggest problem always was turnovers. What you see happen in Pittsburgh. He had 5 of them by itself. So it's like, how can you make sure that Daniel don't have those turnovers is get the run game going. So, like, we going to actually find out. They traded 2 firsts for Sauce. Like, they truly believe that they can be in the Super Bowl this year with Daniel Jones. So, they probably just looking at it like it's a bad game. But it had to drop because it was a terrible, terrible game. And the teams above them, I feel like, just played better. And right now, I feel like they're better. Let's get to number 5. The 12th man in the Pacific West. I ain't gonna lie, I love Seattle. I've been in love with Seattle for like a few weeks now. I think since that Tampa game. Like, at first I didn't see the vision. I wasn't seeing the vision with Seattle. I heard a lot of few people talking about Seattle at first, early in the season, week 4, like around that time, but I just wasn't really bought in. Like, I wasn't seeing it. And I had watched that game, Seattle versus Tampa. I watched that game. And I'm like, man, Seattle, they just amazing. I've been tuned in to Seattle really ever since then. And like, Seattle's on fire right now. Sam Darnold is really playing like an MVP candidate. And that defense, bro. They have a top tier defense. They got the second best run defense in the NFL. You cannot run on them. They got Nick Emmanwori playing in nickel. They got a lot of corners. They got Devon Witherspoon, Josh Jobe, Rick Woolen. They still got Julian Love. that defense is playing amazing. Like, I'm not gonna lie, they got elite defense. And then JSN playing like the best receiver in football. So when you got MVP candidate playing that quarterback, a top 5 defense, you know what I'm saying, the best receiver in football right now, and they got Rashid Shaheed at the trade deadline. They got Cooper Kupp, Torrey Holden. I love Torrey Holden. You know what I'm saying? He's a dog at Colorado State. You get what I'm saying? And they offensive scheme is genius. Like, you know what I'm saying? With I think OC is Clint Kubiak. I'm not gonna lie, he got a fire scheme. So like, I'm in love with Seattle. I really like Seattle. You know what I'm saying? My only question with Seattle is the reason why let's show number 14. Because I want to tell y'all why they're not at number 4. Number 4, the Buffalo Bills. The reason I don't have Seattle higher is because of quarterback. You know what I'm saying? I think Josh Allen is better than Sam. So, like, that would be one of the things. I'm still curious to see if Sam will be able to play great in the playoffs. You know what I'm saying? Because that's why I didn't believe in Minnesota last year. Because I didn't believe in Sam. Like, when the playoffs came down to it, I picked the Rams because I believed in Matthew Stafford more than I believed in Sam Darnold. But let's talk about the Bills, man. The Bills spanked KC. I watched that game also. Kick out to clock at 0. And that score didn't do them justice how much they dominated Kansas City. You know what I'm saying? They had 52. Patrick Mahomes was pressure on 52% of his dropbacks. They got pressure on Mahomes. They had excellent coverage on defense. They shut down that offense that was literally on fire. You know what I'm saying? Holds that offense down. Josh Allen and James Cook had the offense rolling. They ran all over KC. First 100-yard rusher for James Cook against the Chiefs in like 20-some games. You know what I'm saying? Josh Allen was hitting his tight ends. Don Kincaid was back. I'm still worried about them being able to throw outside the numbers, especially on teams that's able to stop the run. And they got to go to these receivers more. Or if Buffalo just happen to have, like, get down 2 scores and go down early or go down big and have to be able to throw. I'm still worried about that because they scored first. So, like, the run game was all... They basically never was really trailing, like, big for real. So, like, they never really had to get away from the run game. I'm still worried about if they have to get away from the run game, but the pass defense is good. We know their run defense has been suspect, but Kansas City can't run the ball. You get what I'm saying? So, like, and their pass defense was actually good. So, defense playing good. They got some key injuries like Ed Oliver, but they dominated Kansas City. You know what I'm saying? Josh Allen completed like 88% of his pass. He was amazing. But enough about them booms. Let's get to the best team in the NFL, man. The best team in the NFL. The New England Patriots! Let's give a round of applause for my New England Patriots. Let's give a round of applause, man. Let's talk about the best team in football. Even though Elliott Wolf and Mike Vrabel disappointed me by not adding not a single fucking player at the trade deadline, it doesn't even matter. We're still the best team in the league. You know what I'm saying? I told y'all this weeks ago, man. Anybody that's tapped in with the channel, like, y'all know, man, my team. I told y'all I was going to beat Buffalo. I told y'all we was going to go on a run. The schedule easy as shit. Drake made the best quarterback in the NFL. Let's talk about that. Let's talk about how Drake made the MVP. Not Josh Allen. Not no Patrick Mahomes. They've not played better than him through week 10. They've not played better than him at all. Week 9, whatever you want to call it, they have not played better than him at all. Check the numbers. And he's doing more. He's doing the same thing those guys are doing with less talent on his team. Not as good as the O-line as those teams. Not as a good running game. Not as good receiving group. Nothing. Now his defense is as good as and better than a lot of teams. We have an elite defense. But his offensive weaponry is not as good as those teams. He's not getting protected like those quarterbacks like a Bo Nix. He don't have the weapons of a Kansas City. You get what I'm saying? He don't have the run game of a Bills and Colts. Like, and they're 7-2, and he's playing flat out amazing. You know what I'm saying? Because him and Josh McDaniels, shout out Josh. You know what I'm saying? The Drake and Josh show is literally balling. And our defense is a top 5 defense in the NFL. We have the best run defense. You're not running on us at all. We literally average we only give them like 75 yards a game. We haven't allowed a 50-yard rusher all season. You You know what I'm saying? We play Tampa this week, the number 18. It ain't gonna happen this week either. We're not getting a 50-yard rusher. And they have a stout run defense too. So Kayshon Boutte got a hamstring. He might not play this game. I still think we can win in Tampa because they're not going to be able to run the ball on us. And they got some injuries. You know what I'm saying? Mike Evans out, Chris Godwin out. So that means it make it easier for our secondary to be able to guard that offense because of the injuries. But yeah, I know a lot of people going to talk about our cupcake schedule. Listen, we cannot make our schedule at all. This is what I want to say. I keep telling people, strength of schedule does not matter until about week 15, week 16, bro. When you have 2-3 games left. Strength of schedule doesn't matter. It does not matter who you play and all that shit don't matter. It don't matter to the end of the season, bro. When we talking about can you do damage in the playoffs. So if it's a team that's finna go to the playoffs, we're like, okay, can they win a couple playoff games? Well, how did they do against teams that's above 500? How did they do against winning teams this year? If you struggled against winning teams, then no, you can't do no damage in the playoffs. That's why I used to tell Broncos fans last year when they went to go play the Bills, they thought, oh, we can beat the Bills. No, the fuck y'all can't. Last year, y'all was like 0-6 or some shit. Y'all didn't have a win against a winning team all last season. So you're not going to go into the Buffalo and beat the Bills in a playoff game because you can't beat winning teams in a regular season. That's when the strength of schedule only matters. Like, that don't matter. Tell me the teams that's right here. Tell me the teams that play the gauntlet schedule. I'm trying to see. Besides, like, the Chiefs, the Ravens, because Detroit ain't beat nobody. Detroit lost to Green Bay. Detroit lost to Chiefs. You know what I'm saying? They got manhandled. The only team you can probably say is all the Ravens, and the Ravens was trash at the beginning of the year. And we don't know if the Ravens still even going to be making playoffs. We don't know how good the Ravens really is going to be. You know what I'm saying? But they look like they turned the season around. But, like, the Niners only played, the Bucks only played, they played Seattle, the Niners, and I know they played Philly too. And they lost to Philly, and they lost, and they beat the Seahawks and the Niners. You get what I'm saying? But a lot of teams ain't played, like the Bills only played like 2 good teams. The Chiefs and the Patriots. They're 1-1. So like a lot of teams have easy schedules, but nobody has these gauntlet schedules because a team could fall off and a team could like get better. You know what I'm saying? So that's why the schedule don't matter. You know what I'm saying? Stop hating on us. You know what I'm saying? Niggas hating on the Patriots. That's how I know we back. You know what I'm saying? We're going to win the AFC East. You know what I'm saying? We're going to be hosted. We're going to be the 1 seed in the AFC. You know what I'm saying? Niggas know the AFC come through Foxborough. Fuck is wrong? Tell the Chiefs if they want to get back to the Super Bowl, they gonna have to come through Foxborough to do it. Fuck is wrong with you niggas, man? We back. Come on, man. Shout out Gonzo. Let me just take a minute and shout out my team, man. Shout out Gonzo. You know what I'm saying? Shout out Jayla Hawkins. You know what I'm saying? Shout out CD7. You know what I'm saying? Shout out Marcus. You know what I'm saying? Shout out Mill. Shout out Barmore. You know what I'm saying? Let me give some respect to the O-line. Shout out Will. Shout out Jared. You know what I'm saying? Shout out Bradbury, Mike, Moses. You know what I'm saying? Shout out Pop. Rest in peace, Uncle Ty going for them. Shout out Dig. Shout out Booty. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Ramondre. Shout out Dre, man. Shout out Travion. You know what I'm saying? Shout out the GOAT, my king, Drake May. You know what I'm saying? Shout out all the guys, man. Shout out Josh. Shout out Zach Kerr. Shout out Mike Vrabel. You know what I'm saying? Just shout out all the guys, man, in the organization, man. Shout out Stretch. You know what I'm saying? Up in the box. You know what I'm saying? Shout out all the guys, man. We here, man. 7-2, baby. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Let's get to number 2, though, man. Philly! You know what I'm saying? Nah, man. You know what I'm saying? Young bull. Yeah. Dickhead. You know what I'm saying? Shout out Philly, man. I got Philly number 2, man. They're so talented, man. They went and got Jair and Jalen Phillips at the deadline. Now, I don't know if Jair washed. That nigga been getting killed all year. So, I don't really know why they picked that nigga up. But Jalen Phillips was a decent pickup, even though he injury prone. But they got a lot of talent on that team, man. They just too talented. And look like they might be they might finally actually be getting hot. You know what I'm saying? They 6-2 and they ain't even been really playing their best. So, And they beat some good teams. They beat the Rams. They beat the Chiefs. They beat the Bucks. You know, they beat a lot of good teams without even playing their best. But you know that what happens is, like, you're not playing your best and you winning, you bound to, like, start slipping up. So that's what we seen. They had, like, a 2 rough week stretch. But it look like they starting to get back on track. Jalen balling. You know what I'm saying? Jalen only turned the ball over, like, twice, I think, this year. I think he got, like, 20 touchdowns, 2 turnovers. You know what I'm saying? Saquon, the run game, that's the big thing. If Saquon not on, we don't got to run for 2,000, but if he can, start picking it up, you know what I'm saying, they can get that run game going. I know he don't have the same offensive line he did last year. And missing guys like Mekhi Becton, Landon Dickerson they've been dealing with injury. So yeah, they would have got Jair to replace that corner situation because that nigga Keely Ringo and that nigga Dory Jackson, both of them 2 niggas is trash, you know what I mean? Them niggas huff. Them 2 dickheads. I ain't gonna lie, them niggas trash. So, like, I'm glad they went and got somebody. You know what I'm saying? But they've been playing good football these last couple of weeks. Jalen been good. I see Saquon coming back to defense. So, we're gonna see what Philly looking like. I think they're the second best team right now in the league. But they not the number one. They're not the number one team. The best team in the NFL right now is the Los Angeles Rams. Matthew Stafford, I think, is probably second for me in the MVP race. Tay Adams been amazing there. Tay Adams fit right in. Puka Nacua been injured these last couple weeks. You know what I'm saying? So that's kind of big. But with Puka, with Sean McVay calling plays, with Kyron Williams in the run game, and Blake Corum, Matthew Stafford literally got like 21 touchdowns on the year, 2 picks or some shit like that. He got like 2 picks. That defense is amazing besides probably like the secondary. But like the secondary gonna be straight because the pass rush is so good. You get what I'm saying? The front 7 is so good. So like the secondary don't really gotta be amazing. You know what I'm saying? But the defense as a whole is just crazy. I feel like they playing some of the best football right now. Like, they dominate on all 3 levels. I think they're the only team with the most, like, top 3 categories. They, like, top 3 in a lot of shit. They just dominating right now. You know what I'm saying? They playing amazing football. Because I know Philly fans. I know my young boy. I know y'all going to be saying I want some drawn. I want some dickhead shit. Because I got the Philly over. I mean, I got the Rams over Philly. But listen, I really don't believe y'all should really won that game. I really still believe y'all should win. I really feel like they gave y'all that game, fool. And I just feel like they've been playing better than y'all in the entire season. Y'all kind of, you get what I'm saying, had a little rough stretch. Wasn't really playing the best y'all could really play. You get what I'm saying? So that's why I think the Rams, I think they playing the best. I think they playing better than y'all right now. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I got them at number 1. But this the top 10 right here, bro. I ain't gonna lie. This the top 10 right here. Y'all think this is the best top 10 in the league? Rams, Philly, the best team in the NFL, soon to be, New England Patriots, Buffalo, Seattle, Indianapolis, them weak ass, the Bucks, the Chiefs, and the Lions. For sure, it's the best team. This is the best top 10 in the NFL. I mean, this you gonna find, like, for real. But yeah, man. So listen. That's it for the top 10. You get what I'm saying? I appreciate it. Hope y'all enjoyed yourself. You know what I'm saying? On the Brains of Sports. We gonna have more content coming. You know what I'm saying? Our QB tier list gonna be dropping. You know what I'm saying? King of the Hill gonna be dropping. So just stay tuned for that, man. I appreciate y'all. Love. 1.